President and executives, former First AD, Nana Koredo, Dr. Kofi Amwa, Chief Executive of Project Ventures. I'm happy to have been invited here today. I almost didn't come, but yesterday the executives of MUSIGA called on me, and they said it was ostensibly to show their appreciation to government for the budgetary allocation that had been given them, but then they took the occasion to re-extend an invitation to me to be here, and I accepted. And so I've been here this evening. As I would say, it's been a very enjoyable evening. We thank God for the lives of our musicians. Chester said, when we're born, we play music. When we die, we play music. When we're happy, we play music. When we're sad, we play music. Yet, I wonder if our musicians get the proper recognition that they deserve. We are happy to recognize them in public and show them love. They have great name recognition. We meet them in the streets and we're all excited and we fawn all over them. And yet, the next morning they have to wake up and they must also pay school fees and do the same things that we all do. But music is their profession, and that's what's supposed to earn them their income. And so, I just want to talk about 4 things. 1, piracy. The creative industry is a very unique industry. They use their talents. They set day and night. And they think about the music, they write it, they correct it. They spend years creating one creative work. And when they have done that, you expect that they should reap the maximum fruits from the work that they have created while they continue to work on the next one. And so when they have created a work and we can just copy it, we don't realize how much went into it. And so we just burn it, we take it from all kinds of illegal sources. And what it does is it denies to them the revenue that should come to them. And so when they have to battle with everyday issues, they can't pay their children's school fees and all that kind of thing, it affects their creative juices. And so they say, oh, this musician came, she played a wonderful album, after that she didn't play another one. She didn't play another one because she pirated all her music. And she didn't get enough money, and so she's struggling to survive. So piracy is, I guess, the nemesis of the creative industry. And so that's the first issue I want to talk about. And what I want to say is government is prepared to work with music and the creative industries to devise a means to clamp down on piracy. And so we're at your service. I mean, you come up with the ideas, we'll help you with the enforcement. And let's enforce anti-piracy laws so that musicians and actors and other creative people are able to get the full benefits of their creative works. The next issue I want to talk about is unity. I think that when you speak with one voice, then you can get the attention of people better. There are too many splinter music groups and actors groups. Every day there's a coup or the other against one group and another group head off and form a new union. And somebody quarrel or they fight for the position, one loses and he moves and forms another union. The more splinter groups you have, the less united you are and the less you can speak with one voice and defend your interests. Even though our constitution guarantees free association, I think that in your industry, you need to belong to one association that speaks with one voice on your behalf. And that's the way that you'll be able to achieve your objectives. The third issue I want to talk about is about welfare of the aging creative artists. I mean, we all saw Nana Pedu here today, and it was a joy to see him perform. But that's an exception. I mean, if he didn't look after himself, and I thank God for his life, if he probably didn't look after himself properly, he won't be here today with us. He probably will be gone. We saw Papa Yankson here. I mean, these are people who have talent, who have entertained us over the years. I mean, when he was playing all those musics, I mean, from the 70s, we all grew up on that music. At that time, we didn't have the kind of copyright laws that we have. We didn't have the kind of protection. Today, it's not absolute, but it's even better than when they were producing. And so in their time, their music was like free for all of us. And so they didn't make as much from their works as they did. And so I think that, and I was talking to President Kobo, and I'm happy at some of the ideas he has. I think that we must devise a scheme where musicians who have entertained us over the years, whose music we have enjoyed, but who at the time they were creating those music did not have the kind of protection to derive the maximum income from their works. You know, we must find a way of assisting them. And I think MUSIGA already has some of those ideas, and I hope that we'll put them into fruition. Listening to some of Nana Pedu's works and Papa Yanson's works, if I want to divide them today, where am I going to get them to buy? And yet if they're available, I mean, for some of us in our age group, we're looking for some of that music. You can't find them unless you get played on an FM station and you call some DJ and say, that's Nana Pedu's work, I want a copy of it, because you can find it to buy. And I don't want to take President Kobo's ideas, but he's mentioned a lot of things. I've been sitting next to him and talking, and I'm sure that the future is bright. And any ideas that come in that regard, I want to tell him that government is willing to support them. The last and final point is the contribution, the budgetary allocation given to the creative industries. I want to say that it is not out of the blue, it's not a fluke. We have been working on what we call the private sector development strategy phase 2. And as part of that strategy, in cataloging the private sector, we recognize the creative industries as a very important industry in Ghana's private sector, in terms of job creation, in terms of income generation, and in terms of developing the talent of people. And so if you look in the PSDP phase 2, that's the private sector development plan phase 2, the creative industries are recognized as an industry that government must help to expand in order to create jobs for our young people. A lot of our young people are interested in the creative industries, in music, in arts, and so on and so forth. And so this budgetary allocation is just the first step to try and stimulate the creative industries to expand and grow. And so I've been telling the President, if it's utilized properly and we see positive results from that budgetary allocation, I'm sure that in the years subsequent, you know, the allocation will become even bigger than it is. So let me thank you all very much. Thank you for the invitation. And let me say that I have absolutely enjoyed this evening. Thank you.